Hi, I'm Human Salem. I'm the founder and CEO at Argyle House of Apparel. And in this video, we're going to highlight all the different ways in which we work with fashion designers and with apparel brands looking to design, develop, and or manufacture their products right here in the United States. So let's get started. Argyle House is an award-winning fashion design house based in Los Angeles, and we are fully licensed by the California Department of Industrial Relations. The three core services that we offer include fashion design, apparel development, and US-based apparel manufacturing, and we do everything right here under one roof in our offices in Los Angeles, California. In terms of the types of clients that we work with, it's a wide range of clients from early stage startups all the way up to and including major national brands, some that you may have heard of. So we've seen everything from the mid-career professional looking to transition into the apparel industry to the influencer or celebrity that might have some limited knowledge of how the fashion business works, and all the way up to and including the larger corporate brands that have time-sensitive, mission-critical projects that they need done in the most efficient and professional manner possible. So we're very comfortable working with a wide variety of clients. And everything starts with fashion design. Now, you may not be a fashion designer. That's okay. We will pair you up with one of our designers, and your job will be to communicate your vision so that we can get your ideas on paper. We need what's called a technical design flat, like the one you see here in this Moto jacket. Now, that's the starting point for apparel development. And here we're going to show you another technical design flat. So this is a very fashion-forward caped women's outerwear with, pockets on the outside, lining, and pockets on the inside, an asymmetrical zipper. So you can communicate your vision however you feel best, comfortable. You can put together mood boards, storyboards. You can send us samples to review and edit. You can give us rudimentary sketches that we can interpret, but at the end, we do need a technical design flat. Now, if you do have your own design flats, that's great. We can bypass the design process and go straight into apparel development. So once the designs are approved, we go into the apparel development department. It's a different group of people. So you're going to have a pattern maker and a sample maker. And what I mean by pattern making, sometimes when I speak with prospects, it's a little confusing because our definition of the word pattern is a little bit different than the universally understood definition of the word pattern. And I'll explain that here in the next slide. But first of all, we start with your patterns, and then we make a sample. From the sample, we do a professional fit test where we bring in a fit model, and we work with several agencies. And so the fit model will try everything on, and in front of the sample maker and the pattern maker, we can identify all the parts of the garment that need to be modified. Now, if you're local to Los Angeles and you want to come and be a part of the fitting, that's great. We do encourage it. Some of our clients actually require it. But if you're not in California and we can't meet in person, we can Zoom you in, Skype you in, however you want to do it. On the other hand, some of our clients can't make the fittings, and in those cases, you can rest assured that your products are in the hands of professionals, and we can do the fitting in your absence. But once the fitting is done, then we go back and revise the patterns based on the fit notes, so that we can now go back and make another sample, and that second sample should be your production-ready sample. Now, if we need to go to a third or even a fourth sample, that's fine. We bill you per project, not per hour. Finally, at the conclusion of this process, you get what's called a tech pack, and a tech pack is the official instructional manual of each garment. So it'll have all the schematics and math and geometry, all the sizes, the stitch instructions, sewing instructions, what machinery is required. So whether you stay with us for production or you end up going elsewhere, you're going to need a tech pack so that whoever is going to be in charge of your production will have full knowledge and understanding of how this garment is supposed to be assembled. So, and that's our apparel development department. And earlier I had mentioned pattern making. So here I'll explain to you guys in this next slide coming up what a pattern is. It's a little bit different than graphics on fabric, which is the traditional definition of a pattern. But here you'll see this is a pattern. It's basically all the math and geometry, again, all the schematics of a garment. We use industry-specific software for our pattern making. Now, if you come to us with patterns in your hands and you say, well, we just want to go straight into production, that's great. If you have digital patterns, we need what's called a DXF file. Many developers and designers and fashion houses still use paper patterns, and that's fine. You can send us paper patterns. We will digitize them, and then we'll work within that environment. But ultimately, this is what a pattern is. And when we make your patterns at the end, you will own these patterns. That's not always the case with other design houses. They will take ownership of your patterns, but in our case, these patterns will be yours. So again, it's all the schematics of the garment. Once the patterns are done, we can discuss manufacturing. Now, if you want to stay with us for manufacturing, our MOQs, MOQ stands for minimum order quantity. Our MOQs are 500 pieces per style. Now, we can be flexible on a case-by-case basis. If you have, for example, 10 different styles, we could be a lot more flexible with our MOQs than if you come to us with 2 or 3 styles. So once everything is completed, we'll discuss MOQs and pricing per piece for the manufacturing process. Now, Argyle House is a CMT factory. That means cut, make, and trim. So we essentially assemble all the parts and pieces of your garments. You have to provide us with the materials, and we will help you source fabric and trim should you need it. Most of our clients have all their fabric in hand, but in any case, we will assemble all the parts and pieces of the garment. We will manufacture it, package it, and once completed, we will ship everything to your fulfillment center. And if you have one, and if you don't have one, we'll ship all your products to any one location that you require. And from there, obviously, you can ship to your customers. And that's Argyle House, and we look forward to working with you and speaking with you. If you have any questions, please feel free to send us an email. I'm Human Salem, and I really thank you for watching our video.